Daniel Appling was born in 1787 in Columbia County, Georgia. He enlisted in the Army in 1805 and commissioned as a second lieutenant in the Regiment of Riflemen. He was later stationed here, Fort Hawkins, near Macon. He marched with his regiment to Point Peter on the St. Mary's River and commanded troops on Amelia Island in Florida during the Patriot War. During the War of 1812, Appling was ordered to Sackett's Harbor in New York, where on May 30th, 1814, a large British force engaged the Americans. Appling, his riflemen, and 120 Oneida warriors had established an ambush and surprised the British. The Battle of Big Sandy Creek lasted less than 10 minutes and resulted in an overwhelming American victory. Appling was promoted to lieutenant colonel for his actions at the Battle of Big Sandy Creek. During the Battle of Plattsburgh, Appling led 110 riflemen against the British. For his distinguished service there, he was promoted to colonel, effective September 11, 1814. On June 1, 1816, Appling resigned from the Army. He returned to Georgia and later moved to Montgomery County, Alabama, where he died on March 5, 1817. The Georgia legislature awarded Appling a sword in recognition of his service during the War of 1812, but Appling died before the sword could be delivered. The sword hung in the governor's office until 1883, when it was sent to the archives of the Georgia Historical Society. But in 1906, the sword was sent to be displayed in the Jamestown Exposition, but it was never returned to Georgia. In 2010, the director of the Georgia Division of Archives and History saw an advertisement in an antiques magazine offering the sword for sale for $250,000. Since the state of Georgia had never officially reported it as stolen, and the antiques dealer had legally obtained it with full provenance, there was nothing Georgia could do but purchase the sword, if they could. The Pennsylvania antiques collector and dealer gave Georgians until December 31, 2012 to raise $100,000 to purchase the sword, or he would sell it to waiting buyers. An initiative by the Friends of Georgia Archives and the United States Daughters of 1812 raised the money, and in 2012, the 200th anniversary of the War of 1812, the sword was returned to the state of Georgia. The Colonel Daniel Appling sword is currently in the vault at the Georgia Archives, hidden from public view except for this rare opportunity here. It needs a special display case that is light, humidity, and temperature controlled in order to put it on public display.
The eagle head and the face on that hand, we don't know. Oh, you mean here?
See the eagle?
Yeah.
And then there's a face on
what
is the animal that's goes from the eagle out to the face?
It looks like a fish of some sort.
I couldn't think of it.
The Colonel Daniel Appling chapter of the United States Daughters of 1812 is spearheading a campaign to raise the necessary $25,000 to purchase a museum-certified display case for this valuable piece of Georgia history.